What's up? This is Terrell Owens. I think everybody knows who I am, aka T.O. 15 years in the National Football League. Got Tanner here, got Tyler. Uh, Tyler is committed. He's about to go off to college, and Tanner has 2 more years left. And so I'm here to be of any advice that I can give you guys. I've kind of been through it all. I've had some ups, I've had some downs, the highs and lows of playing, high school, college, um, at the professional level. So, I'm at you guys' disposal today. So, whatever questions you got, I mean, we can go through a gamut of topics. I have a son that's 16. He's in high school. I kind of know what's going on. Your dad has been there. He's definitely been a support in you guys' life, which is a major plus, especially in the black community. For me, this is part of what I do, and what I want to do is give back. So, if you guys got any questions, I know you do in regards to, really kind of what it takes to get to that next level. From your dad, I've heard you guys are very talented. He speaks very highly of you, as he should, as a dad. So, we'll start out with the big bro right here, with Tyler. So if you got any questions, just shoot them to me. So,
Well, I'm about to go to college here, next 6 months or so. So, what are some things to avoid, and things to do to stay focused? You talked about, the party and the girls, the sex. Like, what's things to avoid all that to stay focused?
all right. Well, number one, I think, how I grew up in the South. I'm from Alexander City, Alabama. And so I was raised by my mom and my grandmother mainly. And really, she told me first and foremost to put God first. I'm not sure where you guys are in terms of, what you do spiritually, or how he's, been in your lives. But, I grew up in the South where, church is a big part of what we do. So, I learned that at an early age that, once you put your faith in God and allow Him and trust Him, to do any and everything that you got, and put Him first and foremost, as far as what you got going in your life, then everything else is followed. Once you get older, you know what's right, you know what's wrong. And if you do go out and you drink, or you have to be responsible, there are always going to be some consequences to your actions. So for that, you just got to just be smart. I tell kids now when I speak to them, I go to and I speak at a lot of high schools. I go to some little camps when I speak to different age groups, and so we all go to school. We want to have a great education. You want to have A's and B's, and so when I talk to them, I tell them, I'm giving you permission to have some D's. This is the only time you can have some D's, and that's what I call my three D's, which are desire, dedication, and discipline. So go to school, I want all A's and B's, except for these three D's. You can have that, but that's what really got me to where I am today, is that desire, and everybody has the desire. You got it. You got it. Every other kid around the country, they have the desire to want to be the best, or be a professional athlete, or be a collegiate athlete. They all have that desire. I mean, even people that go to the gym, they have a desire to do something. But in order to get to that next level, you got to have that dedication, and you got to have that discipline. That dedication and that discipline would take you to the next level. I would thought that, man, I rolled out of bed and went to the league. You know what I mean? I rolled out of bed and I was this phenomenal athlete, but I really wasn't. I try to express this to my son all the time.
I realized that my freshman year, last year, I made varsity as a freshman, so I kind of thought I was already there, so I kind of slacked. I didn't stay after and do the workouts I needed to. I kind of thought I kind of was settled.
Yeah, got complacent.
And then when other people, I felt other people were catching up to me. You know, it may not seem like they're catching up to me. To me, I can tell.
Right. Everybody's getting better.
He a little closer than he used to be, something like that.
Right.
So then I started realizing, even though I'm here right now, there's always room to improve. I realized that. Now, I just want to ask you, since I'm in high school right now, when you were in high school and coming out of high school, were you highly recruited?
No, I wasn't, and I think that's definitely an inspiration that I can give a lot of kids, and I want to give you guys is because sometimes we all have those dreams to play at a Division I school or some of these big colleges, big universities. Yeah, if I could have, then yeah, I wish I did, but that wasn't the case for me. Um, Listening, from hearing from your dad and understanding, you're a hell of a player. So you're definitely probably going to have better options than I did, coming out of college. So in that regard, sometimes if things may happen, you may not get to a school of your choice. But I'm already knowing, from your listening to your dad, you're going to be somewhere. Right now, I don't know how many offers you have, but by the time your senior year rolls around, I'm sure you're going to have a number of choices of schools that you can go to. So you just got to really go where you're comfortable with, listen to those recruits, and see where you're going to be better suited for that team or that university, and then you just go out there and just play. But there's going to be a lot of decisions that probably going to be needing to be made, prior to that, and that's where you will have to, listen to your mom or talk to your dad about those choices. But ultimately, it's your choice, and it doesn't matter. Once you make that choice, there's no turning back. Go out there and make the most of it.
Going to UTC, when you were up there, and how did you handle in high school being, kind of not the top guy at your high school, but then going to college, and obviously you went to the league, so you had been pretty good in your college. So how did you handle, becoming a TO?
Well, I think for me it was I wasn't TO coming out of college. I wasn't really TO until I played in the National Football League. And that was John Madden gave me that nickname. So obviously they're my initials, but he started calling me TO. Um, but yeah, for me it was just motivation because I saw when we first got there they had the coaches gave us somewhat of an assessment test. We did like the broad jump. I think we did the 40-yard dash. We did a lot of things agility wise to kind of see where we were. I mean, I think we did the shuttle. We did a lot of those things, right? That they do sometimes at the combine to kind of test and see where you are.
Right.
And I realized that I wasn't that fast coming out of high school nor college really, but I got faster, as I got older. But just to see when we ran 40 times, especially as a freshman, I remember we was on this big field out there early that morning. We had guys running 4.3s, 4.4s. I'm 4.5, 4.6. You know what I mean? So that was motivation. In my mind, I'm like, man, how can I get myself fast? How can I, get to be like these guys? Because these were, guys coming out of high school. They were high school All-Americans. I mean, so I had to, work my way up. I had to play on scout team for our number one guys throughout the course of the week. And I just had to just keep working and plugging away, and things just kind of just started happening for me. We've covered a lot of stuff today. So, again, my home is your home. I'm hoping I didn't bore you too much, but again, I just really, from my heart, man, I just want to inspire. I mean, I'm doing this, out of the goodness of my heart. It's not for anything else. It's because I know that I've been where you are, where you're going. I know for me, I know the sky's the limit for you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing, what you guys are going to do on that football field. Again, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have some pitfalls. You're going to have some obstacles along the way, but you just got to keep forging ahead. I'm very fortunate to have people in my life that directed me the right way at certain points in my life. And this is one of those times in you guys' life that I'm sharing with you what those guys did for me. From a nutrition standpoint, personal training standpoint. There are coaches, particular coaches, specific coaches that throughout my career, I really adhered, to what they had to say. They allowed me to be who I was on the football field, and that allowed me to flourish. That allowed me to go from that small kid out of Alexander City, Alabama, to University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, on to the National Football League, and I'm fortunate and happy and proud to say that I played with one of the best receivers of all time. I played with some of the best in the country, played against some of the best, with some of the best, and you guys have that same opportunity. That's most important. I want you guys to realize You guys have the same opportunity. It doesn't matter what high school you went to, whether it was big, if you 5A, 4A, 3A, doesn't matter what college you go to, whether it's Division 1, Division 2, Division 1 AA, Division 3. It does not matter. I went to a Division 1 AA school, had 11 to 12 guys that get drafted before me. You go research and look at where my stats are compared to those guys, and you're like, man, this guy didn't go to Michigan. This guy didn't go to Alabama. He didn't go to USC. You know what I mean? He didn't go to Auburn. He didn't go to Notre Dame. Well, guess what? I ended up in the same place as all those guys did and accomplished probably a little bit more. So I honestly, my school, my coaches, they probably didn't expect Terrell Owens to come out of Benjamin Russell High School and go on to become, one of the most notable names or receivers in the National Football League. But it shows you, and that can be an inspiration to you and a number of other kids, that you can make it no matter where you come from. So it doesn't matter where you come from. You can live in Rockwall. You can go to Midwestern State. It don't matter. You got talent. You got skills. They gonna find you. Always remember: desire, dedication, and discipline. That apply to any and everything in your life. You do that, you're gonna be very, very successful. So you guys, I appreciate you guys joining us. You got Tyler, you got Tanner. They're about to step on the scene, guys. Watch out.